On the quiet grounds of the State Veterans Cemetery,
He was a wonderful man.
tender conversations resonate, especially this weekend.
Dear Father, thank you for this day.
Britt Baer speaks softly
this
to her
nice
late
weather.
husband, Bill,
And they're putting down the flags, and you're going to get a flag here too.
marking Memorial Day.
You're going to get a flag, like everyone.
Sometimes it's hard to say anything.
I don't know what to say.
William Kent Baer died in January, just short of what would have been his 75th birthday. He was a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force and a Vietnam vet.
I'm very, very proud of him. I love you, and I always will. I miss you a lot, though. I miss you a lot. I can't do this. I want you by my side.
She can only hope there's a whisper of affection at every grave marker.
They have offered so much. They offered their lives for us, so we could be free.
Bill was both her hero and her husband.
But as we always say, love never fails.
They said those words at their wedding.
Love never fails.
Since then, her loves never wavered, and neither have the tears. Her sense of loss agonizing beyond words. Which makes it even harder to say, until we meet again.
I need to go now, Bill. But I love you, and I come soon. Monday. I come Monday. Is that okay? I love you.
It brings her comfort to know that Bill Baer's gravesite is treated with such reverence. The flag she promised him is carefully put into place. The flowers left for him handled with respect, befitting of the service and the sacrifice. In Black Mountain, John Lee, News 13.
Your life changes in a second.
When we're injured, we rush to the hospital. But when the wounds are emotional, some find comfort in greener pastures.
Have you ever spent a lot of time with horses?
No.
There he is.
Their eyes are freaking ginormous.
She's so beautiful.
You can just see it in their eyes, like they just love her.
Susie DeLong-Clontz of Candler shows Roderick Brown Jr. the definition of compassion.
And see, she has a bad back because of her abuse. Here, hold her.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get Luke. He's feeling a little left out.
And you don't have to be a horse whisperer to read their minds.
As soon as I walked up and I seen this one right here, it was just like, ah, she's here, my mother.
Follow Roderick. There you go.
Sadness has hovered around them for years.
It's real.
How do you figure that out?
It's not the best situation of how we're bonded to each other, but he knows that I'm his life preserver, and I know that he's mine.
Aside from horses, there's always this elephant in the room.
And I'm grateful for Roderick. Some people might think that it's weird.
More than 5 years ago, Susie lost her son, Donnie Crotty, at 15 years old.
I hate July. I really do.
The T.C. Robertson player was volunteering at youth football camp when a teammate driving an ATV crashed into Donnie. The teammate in the vehicle during the deadly accident was Roderick.
I'd actually rather not go into that.
I remembered the day of the accident, and then I remembered the 10 days that he was in the hospital.
Hard to fathom that it's been more than 1,800 days since. Seems like yesterday that Roderick spoke out at Donnie's funeral.
During that time, I just broke down.
I'm sorry for everything that's happened.
Guilt-stricken.
To his family, I deeply apologize for everything that I've caused.
It was totally not an option to be angry with him.
I'm just sorry to everybody.
Ever since, Donnie's 57 has been number one in his heart.
I feel like I have to live my life for him.
When you see it, you're gonna freak out.
Roderick thinks of him daily. Donnie's digits are even tattooed on his chest.
Because I wanted him with me everywhere I went. If I see a 57 anywhere, I tap my chest 2 times, just so I'd never forget him.
Rod's matured into a 21-year-old majoring in sports management, while time stood still for Donnie.
Mostly he's kind of frozen at 15.
The teen jokester obsessed with Xbox dreamed of someday becoming a trainer for the Phillies.
August 6th, he would have been 21.
She pictures Donnie being 6'3" with facial hair.
So I think that we're going to get together and buy him a beer.
Oh yeah. Just her being loving and stuff like that, that was the best healing thing. Because if she had not been healing, then I would have had in the back of my mind, now his mom hates me, I just feel worse.
Do I wish that it hadn't happened like every second of every hour of every day? But when I look at him, I don't feel angry.
Hey, Josie. Come.
Susie says rescuing horses is what rescued her.
When I would cry, he literally would do this. Just stand over me like a tower of protection.
They satisfy a mother's need to nurture.
Look at his face.
She's still mourning, but still mentoring Roderick.
He's just amazed at them.
Throughout this horrible thing, I really have found myself and made me want to live the life I'm living right now.
They rely on each other to find life after a tragic death,
This is just soothing.
bonded by the loss that could have easily broken them.
Yeah, I'll definitely come back. Definitely.
In Candler, John Lee, News 13.
I definitely want the kids to understand light.
This drab downtown building was once a homeless shelter, but as we're about to learn, from the right angle and the right perspective, beauty's everywhere.
You have to think in your head, how do I see this different?
Get the picture?
Close.
I am not dead.
That. Hold.
And now.
At South Slope Studio,
You should look at something on the wall or something else.
kids like Bjorn see life in a whole new light.
Clear, not blurry. Okay, good. We've been doing a photography camp and it's really fun.
Photographer Micah McKenzie usually specializes
20.6 watts.
in fine art and fashion.
Okay, stop, live. I hope I leave a lasting impression.
But at his photography camp, he's kind of a cultivator.
I think Micah's the best teacher ever.
Plant seeds in young minds and watch them, just grow.
Huevos rancheros.
Cute as a bug,
Spanish eggs type thing. I don't know. My dad says that all the time.
but now she's a shutterbug.
If we want to grow up and be movie makers or taking pictures of people for a living, then that's pretty much what he's teaching us.
You were looking at something back here. Yes.
The campers explore both sides of the camera and different sides of their character.
I like being evil in pictures.
Done.
Done and done.
Bjorn even learns to pose without smiling.
Good job.
I'm pretty good at smiling. I was technically born smiling, so.
Micah says special moments frozen in time will stick with them. He recalls his own defining chapter.
I do.
He walked out of frame and came back with a little boy.
This young man right here, I was definitely just looking for something to inspire me. Somebody planted a seed for me a long time ago when I didn't really have any direction.
Micah was just 7 years old when he met Mr. Williams.
He brought a lot of just joy to the whole aspect of taking photos. I never will forget it. I just will never forget him, and so it just makes sense to me to pass that on. Oh my goodness.
So this camp is one way to pass on that gift.
Show beauty constantly and love life and art.
I look like a vampire with this dress.
Just testing life.
Just like Micah remembers the wisdom of Mr. Williams, maybe someday Bjorn will recall Mr. McKenzie.
Ready? Hit it.
I love it. He got me started on this, and I think I'm going to start doing it for the rest of my life.
Seeing life through the lens she never knew she had. In Asheville,
Funny part, they've inspired me as well.
John Lee,
You oh my goodness.
News 13. The paper mill has been the economic pulse of Canton for generations. But the true heartbeat of this community is even bigger than the smokestacks. Once more, the place known as Paper Town is wrapped up in an all-American obsession. The passion never hibernates, even at the local hardware store.
This time of year is my time of year.
You could say Gary and David are a couple of grizzly Pisgah High fans.
I come to Canton in 1948.
Well, that's the year my daddy came to camp.
Is that right?
Right next to the weed killer.
And I remember back in the 60s, the first Waynesville-Canton ball game I ever saw.
They're focused on a different sort of turf war.
Go Bears.
Well, that quarterback's doing a good job of running.
Well, this game is one you can throw the records out.
Pisgah and Haywood County rival Tuscola are just 8 miles apart. But this time of year, they're polar opposites. Gary played in the game known as the County Clash back in the late 60s.
What year did you finish up?
I finished in '69. From a player's standpoint, you never forget it. You can just imagine the emotions.
It's as important a game as there is in the state of North Carolina in high school football and perhaps the Southeast.
I've lived here all my life. My dad went to Pisgah, so it's just been in my family, and I just love it.
Her son's playing.
There isn't nothing like Pisgah Bears.
Go Bears is all I can say.
There you go, big man.
I heard today they were expecting 15,000 and the stadium only holds 7,000.
Come on, baby, now, come on. Yes, sir. Go, baby, let's play football tonight.
Meanwhile, the Mountaineers.
There it comes.
Before the game, a helicopter drives home the significance of the matchup. That's how they deliver the game ball.
We do it right at Pisgah.
Just adding to the pageantry of a storied rivalry.
This is going to be a back alley fight, man.
Come on, boys, make old Papa proud.
Clearly, it's bigger than the county fair.
This is the biggest crowd ever to attend this game.
It has to be.
And what a thrill ride for Pisgah fan Ray Parker.
These kids entertain me on Friday night, and I love that.
Tuscola seizes the moment in the first half, reminding us when the stakes are high, there's a paper-thin margin for error.
I'm telling you, we're smelling bear tonight. We're smelling roasted bear meat.
After Tuscola's 17-0 lead at halftime, some feared the game could be a bust. But if you thought it was over, maybe you forgot the depth of the Haywood County divide.
In October of '69.
Gary Wooten says shortly after his senior season at Pisgah back in 1969, he watched the county clash as a fan.
Oh, yeah.
That's when Bears coach Boyd Allen collapsed on the field after a massive heart attack. Coach Boyd, just 46.
Probably the best thing to say. Other than my daddy, he probably helped make me who I am.
So Pisgah Tuscola is more than a game.
Second year in a row, we go to overtime.
And sometimes emotion leads to miracles.
And staying on the field. Isaiah with the carry. Isaiah to the 1 yard line. Did he get in? Short enough to Ben! Bears win! They did it! It's pandemonium in Canton. They found a way. Isaiah Fisher got in!
Many will remember the comeback.
I just can't believe it. Came back. They did it.
Some will look back on the crowd. But no matter what the score, the county can't lose.
At the end of the day, I support Tuscola, I support Pisgah.
In Haywood County, John Lee, News 13.